Hi, I'm Manuel Herrera.
And I'm Brenda Herrera, and this is a story about our first home.
I was working in blocking industry for 20 years. I think it was in 2016 when everybody got laid off. And by that time I already met Trey, because I was the coach, he was my assistant coach. And as he offered me a job, but I told him no, I can't because I was still working. But finally convinced me and I went to start working with him. And I started like in the bottom to where I am right now. And I don't know nothing about it but goals to go now start working full time with him. And he started telling me that you have to make your goals and everything. So my first goal was buy a house, my own house. And because it was like a 3 goals. Buy my house and go on vacation, taking my family on vacation. I don't remember what was the order goal. So anyway, so finally after, I don't know how long I've been working with him.
2 years?
About 2, 3 years, something like that, I don't remember. Anyway, finally got it on my own house now.
My name is Jana Coulter, and I know Brenda and Manuel because Brenda is my older sister by 11 years, and so I have been involved with them quite a bit. And over the last few months, several months actually, I have seen Brenda and Manuel both grow in many different ways to make sure that they were able to meet those goals that they set out. When she first came in, I've always done their finances or helped them with their income tax and their finances and so forth. And whenever she first came into the office to talk to me, she was concerned because she thought I'll never be able to do this. And I told her it's going to be fine. There's going to be struggles, especially going through when it gets to the underwriter. That was the exciting part for her. Not really exciting, but very stressful side. But they had to come, do quite a bit, and they needed a lot of encouragement because they had so many obstacles to get over. But this was a dream that they had set out to do, and with the support of everybody, they were able to make this happen. And now that, since they were able to buy the house, pay off several different things, we got to spend our Thanksgiving and Christmas there, and they were just overjoyed, with the family that was able to shower them. And I know that they're going to continue to grow, financially and also in that home. So we're very happy and excited for them.
Hey, I'm glad to talk to all you guys today and tell a story on Mr. Emmanuel. It's a story of just one of many that I've had the privilege to be a part of. We've had multiple people have success stories, from buying houses to buying their first pontoon boat to paying off debt, getting married, having children. But Mr. Emmanuel's story is a personal story of mine, of someone I had the ability to coach with in softball. And me and him were coaching. I knew he had lost his job in Lufkin Industries after being there over 20 years. And he was struggling to make ends meet, trying to make sure he took care of his family. At the time, we had some work to do. Most of y'all know he'd done our scrapping for a long time, of just demoing units, and I saw a work ethic and a compassion out of him that was something I knew was going to benefit our team greatly. We were able to hire Mr. Emmanuel full-time to come on as a helper in the install department, soon being one of the veterans and a father figure for us in the installation department. And I kind of really had a lot of respect and a lot of admiration for Mr. Emmanuel as I watched him provide, never complain, dealt with the circumstances he had. And through this time, he done everything it took. He wanted to know how to install a unit, not having any background in the air conditioning world, but just knew he was going to overcome anything he was up against with work ethic and a positive attitude. And I think everybody that's sitting out there today definitely know that's one thing Mr. Emmanuel brings to the table: a positive attitude and work ethic. And it was a critical part of the success of being able to buy his first house. Miss Brenda, his wife, came to me, and they were having to move out of a house that they were been renting for a long time, and she didn't know what to do. She was upset, knew that was not what she wanted long term anyways, was to continue to be at someone else's mercy. And that was 2 years ago, from a couple months ago, so a little over 2.5 years ago, I guess, that this started, this transition. And Miss Brenda came to me and said, Trey, you know, what can we do? We want to be a homeowner. We want to own our own place. We've never done that. And we began the process, you know, and it was a long process, from everything from how do we pay down debt, how do we position ourselves to be able to afford a house note, how do we get the down payment, and all these things started coming about. But one thing that stayed consistent the whole entire time through this process was Mr. Emmanuel and Miss Brenda's positivity and their work ethic. She busts her butt every day. He works hard, still involved with his children, taking care of a granddaughter that they didn't have to take care of, someone they stepped up for. So all these different things were thrown their way, but they were able to overcome it through work ethic and positive attitude. But we began to create a plan. I sat down with them, said, hey, this is what you got to be able to pay off your debt. You got to be able to save this much money. You got to change your habits of doing this. All this stuff was done. They done it exactly what I asked every single time. And through that 2 years, we were able to partner with one of our partners, Brian Knapp, began looking for a house, got their credit in the position it needed to be in, got their down payment ready, and the fun part is the rest is history. They were able to buy their first house, that they've ever had, be able to, in a great house, a great bedroom house, somewhere they can be able to have grandchildren and everything else over, and really set them up for long-term success. So I was very happy to see them get to buy it. You can see the excitement in their faces as they were videotaped the other day. But the biggest thing that had to do with it was utilizing the resources they had and constantly having a positive work attitude, work ethic, and attitude. But congratulations, Mr. Emmanuel and Miss Brenda. And again, guys, this is possible for all of you guys.